Hello everybody. Today for our SPAG, Spelling, Punctuation and Grammar recap, we're going to be going over all of our learning that we did last week. Your learning question is therefore, can I practice my knowledge of SPAG? And your steps to success are, I can identify an antonym and a synonym. I can identify and correct spelling mistakes. I can use capital letters and full stops. And I can write in the past tense. Our word of the week last week was tremendous. Can you remember what it means? Yes, well done. It means very great in amount. Now write it in a sentence. Fantastic. Now can you remember what antonym and synonym means? Synonyms are words that have the same meaning, and antonyms are words with the opposite meaning. So a synonym and an antonym for tremendous have already been written for you. Huge and the antonym small. Now write two more synonyms and two more antonyms for the word tremendous. Now, identify and correct the spelling mistakes in the sentences. Let's have a look at the first one. James was saving his pocket money. So the example has spelt pocket as P-O-C-K-E-T and money was spelt incorrectly. So the correct spelling is M-O-N-E-Y. So sound out your words, do your robot arms to help you, and blend your sounds. You can also pinch your sounds if you're not sure. So let's read each of the other sentences for you to correct the spelling mistakes in. Poor Toby has hurt his foot, said Mum. Most people like chocolate. The teacher read an amazing story to the class. The car broke down because it was old. Everyone should drink lots of water. Some apples are red and some are green. We watched a film in the cinema. So each sentence has two words that are spelt incorrectly. Identify them and correct them and rewrite the sentence in your yellow learning books. Have a go. Now, can you remember the rules for capital letters and full stops? Let's have a quick look. Sentences start with a capital letter. Sentences end with a full stop. Names start with a capital letter. And you use a capital letter when writing the pronoun I. So read the following sentences. Write each one in your learning book, adding in a full stop and capital letters in the right place. And you also need to put the words in the correct order for the following task to make sure that the sentences make sense. So unscramble the sentences to find out some facts about chickens. And remember your capital letters and full stops. The first one has been done for you. Will water fresh egg in sink? Does that sentence make sense? No, it doesn't. So if you unscramble the words and put them in the right order, the sentence will read, Will a fresh egg sink in water? And because it's a question, it ends in a question mark. And the W is a capital W because it's the beginning of a sentence. So do the same for the rest of the sentences. Now we're going to look at past tense. Let's have a look at these cards. First, we need to make sure that we know what verb means. A verb is a word that shows action. So if you look at the verb card, you can see there's a jumping girl, the baby sleeps, a man eats a burger. So the verbs or the action or the doing words are jumping, sleeps and eats. So that's what each of those characters are doing now, the present tense. However, you are going to be writing the past tense today. So let's look at examples of the past tense. In the past tense card, walk changes to walked. Eat changes to ate. So what is the past tense? Let's have a look. The past tense is a verb tense used to describe a past activity. So change each verb to the past tense, then write it in a sentence. The first one has been done for you. So the verb is grunt. So the past tense of grunt is grunted, and you can see that written in green. And if you write it in a sentence, the sentence says, the pig grunted when he ate his food. So he did that in the past tense. He's already done it, which is why the verb grunt changes to grunted. So do the same for each of the other words. Change the verb to the past tense and use it in a sentence. You can make up your own sentences with the verb in the past tense. Have a go. Now rewrite these sentences by changing the present tense into the past tense. The dog is barking because he is angry. What would that be in the past tense? Yes, well done. The dog barked because he was angry. The next sentence. We are having jam sandwiches for lunch. How do you think you would change that into the past tense? The next sentence is the boy is running to school because he is late. That's describing something that he is doing now. It's the present tense. Write that sentence in the past tense. So what does running change to? I can see beautiful flowers in my garden. Change that sentence to the past tense. What would see change to? When you have completed all of your sentences and written them in the past tense, follow the link and sing along to the tenses song. Have fun!